Hello, middle school math teacher. My name is Kathy Martin, the creator of the Pre-Algebra Teachers Middle School Math Membership. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the one thing that is more important than actually teaching math. The Pre-Algebra Teachers Math Membership is your one-stop shop for everything you need to teach middle school math. So what the heck is more important than actually teaching math if we are a middle school math teacher? Are you ready? Drum roll, please. The number one thing that is actually more important than anything that you do in teaching math is creating a culture in your math classroom that is safe, calm, and fosters participation. It's true. If you create a safe, calm environment where your students want to be, they want to participate, they enjoy being, it will make teaching math much more fun, much easier. You will have less classroom management issues, and students are actually going to actively participate without you feeling like you're pulling teeth, okay? So how in the heck do we do that? You're like, that sounds great and all, but what can this actually look like? Okay, so let's dive into some of these strategies. Allison Dillard over at the Allison Loves Math podcast, she shared with me something that was really, really cool that I want to share with you. So she talked about when you are introducing a subject or a concept. So let's just say you're introducing this topic of slope. You want to introduce like the whole thing, right? There's different steps to slope. There's finding the slope. There's learning about slope and y-intercept. There's graphing the slopes, right? So you almost want to like show them the whole thing. It's going to be overwhelming for them. They're going to be stressed out, but you're going to let them know, we're not doing all of this today, but this is where we're going, okay? To get them to see where they're going so that they know, okay, it doesn't look that bad. You're going to tell them, yeah, we're going to take it step by step. We're going to learn this part, then this part, then this part, and then you're going to get all the way to this part. But don't worry, we're going to do it together and it's going to be fine. And I love this concept because it takes the math anxiety out of it. It's not this mystery that the students sometimes feel like, well, okay, why am I learning about this M, X, and B? Like, why do I care? Just, you want to show them, all right, this is where we're going. And this is how, we are going to learn about slope, and this is how it's going to apply in your life, right? We want to be able to show them the roadmap. We want to show them why they should care, and we're going to let them know step by step. We're going to do it together. Okay. So speaking of math anxiety, another aspect of how we can create calm, safe environment is to talk about math anxiety. I love this generation of kids because I know for me growing up, you didn't talk about going to therapy. You didn't talk about mental health. You didn't talk about stress, right? And this generation of kids, I have found that they are so open and honest about that kind of stuff. And it's great because it's just not a big deal. And it isn't a big deal. And I love that they just know that taking care of your mentals is important and vital. So I love to start from the beginning talking about breathing exercises for my students not just to combat math anxiety, but to combat anxiety inside and outside of the classroom. So whether, you're in English class and you're feeling stress, if you are on the basketball field feeling stress, let's do some breathing exercises so that we can calm our nervous system and just get recentered and grounded. So the breathing exercise that I usually do is in for 4, hold for 4, and then out for 8. So you breathe in for 4, you hold it for 4, and then you nice slow releasing of breathing for 8 seconds. And at first the kids are usually like, why, they're a little bit confused or not super into it, but they start to see the difference of literally calming their nervous system, especially if they're coming in from a class that they get stressed out by, or if you're the first class of the day, if they've had a rough morning at home. This just lets them like resettle, like start fresh. And so often I tell my students, so often it's going to sound really weird, but we forget to breathe. Like we do. We hold so much stress and we're not breathing fully. So to breathe together, to breathe collectively is so powerful. And it's like, I like to give my students, it doesn't take tons of times. It literally takes a minute, 2 minutes, And I let them, I tell my students, like, you don't have to participate but if you don't want to do this, that's fine. But you are not allowed to get in the way or be in the way of someone else trying to breathe. You need to be quiet at your own desk, doing your own thing quietly, and allow everyone else who wants to breathe and center themselves to do that. Okay? And then finally, using Math Talks or something like that, Notice and Wonder, there are so many activities to build that communication and sharing. I love Math Talks because it's very low floor and it allows every student the ability to share their thinking, no judgment, there's no wrong answer, and it just gives them the ability to share, start feeling comfortable with sharing their thinking, using math language, hearing other kids thinking. So many times you'll see other kids being like, oh yeah, like I didn't think of it that way. And I will feel like, and I will say out loud, oh my God, like I've seen this math talk so many times and I've never solved it that way. Wow, thank you so much. That's awesome. So for them to hear other kids thinking, like their own thinking, to be able to share in front of the class is hugely powerful. And when you can share in a low floor situation like that, it starts building their muscle, and it gives the whole class the opportunities to foster learning and communication in each other, so that when we are talking about math in our regular, in our everyday and in our everyday teaching, it just becomes second nature to them. These are the keys to success with teaching math that is more important than teaching math. If you want to check out the full video of my 5 easy and painless steps to heading back to school in your math class, you can grab free resources, free back to school resources there as well. I'll link the video because we go through 5 steps that coincide with this video and classroom management as well, because it's all interconnected. Thanks so much for joining me in this video, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.